Hello, this is Jacob Beach. Welcome to Portal 2. So today we're going to take a look at how we can use Portal 2 in an educational setting. Now in particular, for this lesson, we looked at how to use Portal 2 and gravity. So we can discuss the pull of gravity, as well as play with a little math and formulas, look at gathering some data, doing some trials with the students, and also discuss both kinetic and potential energy. All right, so first off, this chamber was built in 15 minutes or so, and this would be normal thing your students would be able to do, honestly, in about 10 to 15 minutes. I had several examples of different types of features that the students would probably be likely to add. The most common thing they would probably end up doing are these blocks. So essentially the assignment is create some way for you to test out the pull of gravity at different levels. The recommendation is to use the blocks as units, which is what the students will do. And so you have unit 1 is 1 block, unit 2 units is 2 blocks, 3 units is 3 blocks. To get to the top, we'll create our portals, grab our cube, and we are there. So to test this out, the students will take their item, whatever it may be, drop it. Someone else will be using a timer to time the amount of time it takes to get from the top to the bottom. And through there, they can calculate the pull of gravity. Now, they'll continue this by going to the next one, and so on and so forth. They'll do 3 trials. Now, the end result should be around 4 something, give and take a little bit of student error. So it should be pretty close to, the real world, the actual pull of gravity on Earth. Pulling out the walls and just creating steps, that's the most likely thing you would see students do. That takes, honestly, about 3 minutes. Doesn't take very long for a group to figure out. They could also do something what's called a light bridge. In using the portal gun, they would be able to set this up at whatever height they want, get themselves on top of the bridge, drop the block, and from there, they'd be good to go. They can also set up, and this is a little more advanced, these little platforms. Now they can be set up just stationary, which is how I have this one set up, just for ease of use and demonstration. Grab the block, go on up. However, they can also be set up with a switch. They could also be set up to work basically as a ping pong paddle. When the block drops, one of these pops out and smacks the cube. That might mess with your data a little bit, but that is up to the students. Now, as I said, all of this was very easy to make, and we'll take a look here. Check out the editor. In this kind of little shadow box mode, we can see the whole room kind of exposed here. And it's very, very easy to add another element. Let's say we want to add some bounce gel. We'll add that right over here. All right, we've added our element. We're going to now play. Yep, that's pretty much all it takes. Now, the real strength of Portal is it requires, honestly, higher level thinking. It's very, very easy to make, but once the students create their own puzzles and they start challenging each other to solve them and even work through the game story itself, it really requires some deeper thinking and just some logic. It's not hard, but it is a challenge. Now grab our cube and let's see what happens with our bounce gel. Alright, well, we're getting covered in gel. Let's take a bounce. Works like a trampoline. Now what happens when we want to drop our cube? Yep, that's going all over the place. That's probably going to throw our data a little bit. So, as you can see, there's a lot of things the students can play with. However, some of it might be a little difficult to gather data on, so they'll quickly figure out how to make an effective and reproducible scientific trial versus trying not to get hit in the head with the cube. However, have no fear. We can quickly remove the bounce gel and let's say you ruin your cube and get it covered in goo, just press a button and get a new one. Pretty easy. Alright guys, that pretty much sums it up. Your students can go as simple or as complex as they want with this, which really gives you a great avenue to differentiate. Whether you're brand new to the game or gaming in general, or you're old hand, this is a great opportunity to bring some hands-on applications into your classroom.